He writes and produces his own songs and soared to the top of the pop charts with an R&B jazz fusion that's drawn rave reviews. Not bad for a guy who, not that long ago, was waiting tables and singing in a wedding band. And before that, living on this city's meanest streets.
Said I'm leaving. Have I made myself clear?
Kim's debut album, Chemistry, went certified gold with over 500,000 copies sold. And last year, he followed with Kim Album 2 with over 700,000 in sales. People magazine and USA Today sang his praises. He appeared on The Tonight Show, and he topped the adult urban contemporary chart longer than any other male artist last year.
I started playing piano in Nashville, like before I was, maybe 4 or 5 years old.
Born Kim Owens in Nashville, he moved with his parents and 3 younger sisters to Motown at the age of 4. His mother had a degree in marketing, and his dad was an engineer who decided the auto industry was the place to be.
He brought us all up here to Detroit in a Volkswagen Beetle with a U-Haul trailer, tabs on the back.
School, first in Pontiac and then in Detroit, was not a positive experience.
I was very introverted, very shy. My self-esteem was probably shot.
Except for music.
I would sing George Benson's version of Broadway in front of my classmates at the private school in Detroit. I think it was at that time that I started to look at it as something special for me.
At Southfield High School, Kim dreamed of a career in music, but thought he should be a photojournalist.
We had the talent show. That was really something that captivated me. But, that wasn't realistic. A real job is being a photojournalist.
The real trouble started in high school.
I was probably suffering from anxiety and mild depression. And I dealt with that, and I dealt with a lot of things in my life by using drugs and alcohol.
Substance abuse took over his life. He was 19 when his parents finally told him to leave their home.
My life became one big improvisation after that.
For a while, he stayed with friends, but addiction soon had him sleeping on park benches and in homeless shelters, where he'd tell himself to shape up.
Happen if you continue to do and live and behave in the way that you're behaving, you could die out here.
It would take 4 painful years. There'd be many shelters, like the one across the street, the Detroit Rescue Mission, and many aborted plans to turn his life around. Ironically, it would only happen when he finally gave up.
When you're wrestling with addiction, man, there's no pull yourself up by your bootstraps, So what turned me around was when I finally surrendered, man. It was like, you know what? I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to change this. And I became willing and open to let somebody else show me how to turn my life around.
It's the greatest feeling that I've ever had. I'm into you, girl.
A 12-step program and new religious faith helped Kim stay straight. But even in the dark times of addiction, he had never lost his passion for music.
I used to break into places to play the piano.
So music would be his ticket, but it would take years of playing all over town for $50 a night, making demos, chasing what often seemed to be a pipe dream. He sang with a gospel troupe and a wedding band doing top 40 covers. He waited tables and discovered the importance of songwriting.
I'm the songwriter first. The song is everything. The song is everything, man.
Finally, in July 2001, Kim decided it was now or never. He quit his restaurant job and, running up a credit card, recorded his songs in a Detroit studio.
So you have the biggest credit card bill in life, but you will have stepped out and you will know whether or not this is real or not. And that's what I did. And we sold 10,000 records on our own, and the rest is history.
So how do you sell 10,000 copies of a record you made yourself? You load a batch of CDs in the trunk of your car, and you walk into every independent record store in the region and say,
you sell it for whatever you want, I just need $10 back off of it.
And all that work around town over the years began to pay off.
One of the radio stations, Rosetta Hines, started playing a little bit, and then, and then other stations would start to play a little bit. So there was a buzz going. Some cat in Miami heard Love Calls. He started playing it in Miami. He called somebody in Chicago. They started playing it in Chicago. I'm selling CDs on the internet.
And with 10,000 CDs sold, someone at Motown Records noticed.
8 months after I had released the CD myself, we were in negotiation with Motown.
Reissuing Kim's first album, Motown signed him to a 5-record deal, and life soon offered a whole new set of challenges.
Who's going to walk you through that process of what to do with your money so you don't end up being destitute? Who's going to guide you through that? My father was very instrumental in helping me, navigate, that terrain.
How important is religion to you?
As I try to seek spiritual solutions to whatever's going on in my life and live the life that I believe God would have me live, I can be assured of his guidance and his input in my life.
And though there are lots of places he could live now, he's right where he wants to be.
Why would I want to be successful anywhere else? This is my base. My daughter's here. My family is here.